Hello and welcome to Matt's Mosh Pit, and tonight I'm going to be checking out Heroes by Motorhead. But before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown me and my channel so far. It truly means a lot, and I could not do this without you. So folks, this time of year, things start to slow down as far as like the music releases go and whatnot. So I figured it was a perfect opportunity to finally do a series of covers. I have wanted to do a series of covers for quite some time, and I thought, you know what, why not now? Like, now's the time. A lot of the big releases of the year have already happened, so we've got a little bit of time on our hands, and so let's just go ahead and get into some covers. And so I decided to compile a list that I found randomly that looked kind of cool, as well as taking some suggestions from you guys in the past, because I've done a couple covers, and you guys are usually like, if you like this, you should check this out, and all this kind of stuff. And so that's where some of these came from. So I'm really excited to start checking out some covers. And so we're going to start off with the legendary Motorhead. And I saw that they did a cover of Heroes, which is literally, I'd say it's probably my top two David Bowie songs of all time, if not the top David Bowie song. And so I'm very, very excited to see what Lemmy and the gang, do to this song. I just can't really imagine it, I guess I should say, because Motorhead, I'm just used to like the speed of Motorhead, and Heroes is a little bit more laid back, so I'm not really sure where they're going to go with it, but I'm just very, very curious to check it out. So let's just get right into it, and this is Heroes from Motorhead. That's awesome. I think it's a nod to Lemmy is famous for being at the Rainbow Room and having his own little, I know he had like a slot machine with him, but I think he liked also like the various gaming machines. So it's super cool that they would have this kind of an intro. Okay, so right off the bat, it sounds like they're really sticking with the tempo of the original, I believe. It's not that Motorhead, like, speed-oriented sound that they're used to, or at least that I'm used to with Motorhead. So it's interesting to get this, which is really cool that they're doing it this way. Now I'm kind of curious to see how Lemmy approaches it. It's interesting that the way Lemmy is handling the vocals, I find it to be very similar to Johnny Cash's version of Hurt. And Johnny Cash's version of Hurt, for me, it seemed more emotional and deep with the way that he presented it, where it was almost more like spoken word and not like just majorly singing. And so the way Lemmy's doing the same thing with this song too, it draws you in and it just makes you really want to pay attention to each word, which is super, super cool. I'm a big fan because I've kind of waiting. I'm like, is Lemmy going to go with these like high, like, you know, the way it was sung, but you know, he's sticking with more of like this spoken word kind, and it just adds more, you know, weight to the song in my opinion. I'm enjoying it so far. Okay, kind of had to put us out of our misery on that one as far as that like ringing noise at the end. You know, I'm sorry if you guys like it out there. That part's not for me. I don't know why they had to continue it like that. It should have just sort of, I feel like it should have just sort of ended when the band ended it, not that like anyway. With that being said, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it does just completely make me miss Lemmy. And the title of the song is very fitting because I feel like Lemmy was a hero to so many people, especially in the metal world. And so it was just like a perfect song for him or Motorhead to cover. And I thought it was great. Now, when I look at covers, I always think, you know, it's really tough because it's like, are they trying to be better than the original? Or are they trying to pay homage to the original? Or are they, you know, kind of just going through the motions and it is what it is? And so there's so many different aspects you can go with like doing a cover. And I will say, as far as this song, this particular one goes, I don't think it's better than the original, you know, David Bowie song, but it is a great take on it. And so I think in a weird sort of way, I don't think Lemmy and the gang set out to be better than the David Bowie version. I think they were really trying to honor it. And so I think they did a great job as far as honoring it, because they definitely put a different spin on it. And like I said, it was more with the vocals, in my opinion. And so I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love knowing that it's out there. And, you know, once again, it kind of makes me miss Lemmy and Motorhead in general. And I thought it was a great cover. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. So please in the comments, let me know. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.